Malpractice indemnity insurance. What every pharmacist should know. A practicing pharmacist faces the risk of a claim in compensation every day, from patients harmed by dispensing errors, prescribing errors, diagnostic errors, confidentiality breaches, or poor advice. That's why malpractice indemnity insurance is essential. It compensates patients, but also shields you from the catastrophic financial consequences of a claim. Without it, you could be held personally liable. Why your employer's insurance isn't enough. Think your employer's indemnity fully covers you? Think again. It's their insurance, and it primarily protects their reputation and interests, not yours. If there's a claim, it controls the strategy of the defence. That means that critical details about poor systems, excessive workload, or staff shortages may never be revealed to the patient, even if they contributed to the error. The defence strategy could deflect blame from the company, leaving you exposed. The problem with contingent indemnity policies. Some pharmacists are sold a contingent indemnity policy, but this is not like regular indemnity insurance and can be misleading. It only activates if your employer's policy doesn't, which rarely happens. So in most cases, your contingent policy stays inactive, and your employer's legal team manages the defence of a claim for compensation as if your own policy didn't even exist. You will have purchased a contingent malpractice indemnity umbrella, but you can't open it if an employer's policy is handling the claim. So you may think you're protected, but because your employer's lawyers will fully control the strategy of the defence, it is much more likely that the patient will hold you, the pharmacist on duty, solely responsible. So you are much more likely to face referral to the GPHC or PSNI, or even the police, by patients whose loved ones have been harmed. A contingent indemnity policy is cheap for a reason. It may leave you exposed when you need protection most. Why you should only rely on independent protection. There's a better way. One of the benefits of PDA membership is an independent indemnity policy held in your name and no one else's. It looks after your interests and not your employer's. It does not rely upon your employer's indemnity. It travels with you wherever you work and is tailored to your role and sector. PDA's experienced defence team specialises exclusively in pharmacist liability cases and supports members through compensation claims, regulatory investigations, criminal proceedings, inquests, and RPS member conduct panel hearings. As a certified trade union, the PDA can access the workplace and intervene early in a way that a regular insurer cannot, potentially preventing claims before they even start. The PDA defence team focuses upon a fair apportionment of responsibility for errors. If staffing shortages, excess workloads, or other organisational failings contributed to an error, the PDA ensures that they are considered. Wherever possible, the PDA holds a faulty system responsible and not the individual pharmacist. The PDA would never rely upon a contingent malpractice policy. The independence delivered by the PDA always seeks to provide fairness and justice for pharmacists. Can you really rely upon your current indemnity provider? Trusted by more than 40,000 members since its inception, the PDA has supported pharmacists through more than 80,000 episodes, more than 5,000 potential compensation claims, more than 6,000 regulatory cases, over 1,000 potential criminal investigations, and tens of thousands of disputes with employers, securing more than £6 million of compensation for members who have been treated harshly or illegally in the workplace. Don't settle for contingent indemnity cover. Join the PDA today for reliable, independent indemnity that stands with you wherever you stand.